Hello everyone. Here is the Chair's report on the Garve District Development Company activities since our AGM held last November in 2022. First, we'll do a quick weather check, quick weather report. Today, lovely sunny, although it's getting a bit cloudy now, and a wee bit on the mild side, so quite nice. And you might even see the Ben, snow on the Ben behind me. So the main factor affecting our work over the last year has been the closure of Garve Public Hall in March to allow major refurbishment to be carried out. This work by Inverness Builders has just completed and keys handed back to the Hall trustees. The closure has demonstrated just how important having a hall is to Garve. It really is more difficult to organise meetings, activities and events without it. Many congratulations to all those involved in what has been years in the planning and would not have been possible without the hard work of volunteers, the support of the community and the availability of community benefit funds to Garve District area. Activities managed to carry on during the hall closure thanks to Morven MacDonald, our Activate Garve District officer. She has done a huge amount of work behind the scenes to reorganise venues. Above all, she is constantly considering how to make sure everyone can access events as easily as possible. No mean feat when you consider we're all spread over a wide area, and she includes young, old, working, retired, fit and healthy, or those coping with health problems. She thinks of everyone. She organised new crafts and activities, as well as the more established classes. Apologies, I'm not fit and healthy at the moment. Activate Garve District continued to support the local halls at Lochleichert, Achnasheen and Garve, plus local businesses and suppliers. The local hotels have been very helpful and have fitted us in around their guests. Over the 4 years that I have been chair, both the company and the community have had to adapt to very unusual changing circumstances around them, and that has been the case continuing over the last year. The board and staff are always prepared to address arising issues and to find appropriate ways to improve things. This year, the board is recommending changes to the MEM and Arts, which we believe are important to ensure the company is more secure in its future, and you will be invited to vote on this later. Communications are one of the most important aspects of the company work. In the absence of regular face-to-face meetings, Zoom, Basecamp, Garve.org and other online platforms have carried us through, but there are some situations where a good discussion in person really is needed. We have featured a regular membership drive with invitations for residents to sign up as members and also to join the board as a director. Some work is currently ongoing by DOPAD to update Garve.org in response to specific suggestions. The website has certainly had increased volume of community news, events and reminders over the last year and is used by other community groups as well as the Garve District Development Company. This year has seen an increasing demand for information about our community groups. Our officers have worked hard to answer all the queries. Much of the information is available on Garve.org, not just relating to the company, but other community groups as well. And often it has just been a case of signposting queries to the relevant sections on garve.org. I know for people moving into the area, it can take a while to work out who is who and who does what. Garve.org was set up with the intention of being a community space rather than a company website. And over the last year, it has been good to see it being used by more of the community groups and indeed members. We have secured further funding for the Garve District News to continue. It is currently being sent to all households and helps to make sure important information reaches everyone, as well as including local news, articles, puzzles and poems. Occasional joint work meetings are held with the LCT Board and the Garve District Community Council, and in January we met to discuss the support available to the community during the cost of living crisis. This led to review of the community support grant and looking at a possible community food bank or food parcel service. The community council boundaries were also discussed. Consultants SKS finalised the report on an options appraisal for the Garve District core land based on the priorities put forward by the community during the consultation process. This report includes information to enable us now to consider the feasibility of those identified priorities, including some indicative plans and some recommendations. This work is still in progress, with further consultation with the community ongoing. There will be many aspects of the development still to consider. For example, how will the identified uses for the land work in practice, and are they economically viable? There will be decisions to make on the former staff block and on the building designs. In Auchnasheen, the future of the village hall has come under threat with the Highland Council lease coming to an end. The outgoing Auchnasheen Amenities Association Committee has handed over to a new one. They have been in discussions with Highland Council and are currently campaigning for community support to keep the hall open. The On Your Bike project over the last year has continued with both TPE and Sustrans carrying out detailed feasibility work looking at elements of paths between Garve and Compton and around Gorston, and is awaiting final recommendations. The Green for Go project completed in March, and Energy Officer Ewan Bush delivered a report on the project. Some of the original aims of the project had to be changed due to the pandemic restrictions, but the work carried out all fell under the original aims of improving community energy efficiency and researching community energy opportunities. Megan Urquhart's role as COVID response officer has reduced over the last year. She successfully enabled residents to access shop mobility shopping trips to Dingwall for a trial period, but unfortunately the service was withdrawn as there weren't enough people to use it. Megan has also been supporting Green Leaves and coffee morning activities. Company Secretary Heather Donaldson attends to the usual company business and miscellaneous matters in a very professional and competent manner. Community Engagement and Development Officer Tina Hartley has as well as supporting the development company, has also supported other community groups when requested, typically through identifying funding sources, preparing applications and providing support through the stages of project planning and management, particularly working with Garve Public Hall, Achnasheen Amenities and the Traffic Calming Group. She also responds to individuals' queries, ideas and requests and manages the general day-to-day smooth running of the company. She is a VIP, a very important person. 2 directors have stood down from the board, Heather Green and John Fenwick. Thanks to both for their time and commitment shown to the company. So, looking to the coming year, ongoing projects will keep the company busy, especially the next phase of the Garve District Core. This will involve working with Garve Public Hall, residents and other community groups. The current 5-year community plan finishes in June 2024, so a new plan will be needed. The Connecting Communities project has just commenced, working with Compton and surrounding areas and Councillor Liz Craft. This looks to establish a shared community transport scheme, and Ewan Bush has just been appointed as project officer. With thanks to all company members, residents, directors and staff, let us look forwards to another successful year to come in 2024. Thank you.